Just want to say good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Because I know that everybody's waking up right now. Right now it is 9:05 a.m. in Central Time Zone. And I know that our eastern part of the country has woken up before us. Let me just adjust something real quick. If you can tell me what interface volume is, I'll appreciate that. Because I don't know what it is. Well, anyway, okay, so just wanted to recap on what we have missed out for a couple of weeks already. I do apologize of the lack of the videos for a while. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Um, all right. So, yeah, let's just recap on what we have missed for a couple of weeks already. I do apologize. Um, Work has changed my schedule, and and I was not able to do some gaming for a while. But let's see. Let's go ahead and start with our neighborhood right here. I think this is called Prospect Square. Perfect. Prospect Square had really thrived. It is a really nice community. It's a quiet community as well, in most parts, of course. So if we go to info and we go to noise, it's a pretty much quiet location, because we also had added shops that are organic and local produce, and those shops are quiet, so they don't produce any noise. And on that on that point, the only noise that comes is, of course, our cars, our vans, and then the buses. The transportation are the ones that, well, pretty much the traffic are the ones that make the noises. But other than that, it's a really quiet community. Let's go back right here. I had transferred our not community, it's a university, to this part of the community right here. And so we do have a dorm, And then we do have a study hall, I believe, a gymnasium. I think this is a library. I believe this is a cafeteria right here. Our fountain. And I think this is a club right here. And so we have a couple of off-campus facilities. Oh, here's the auditorium right here. We have a couple of off-campus facilities on the east side of the city, and so we went ahead and did this. So for those who cannot travel so far to the university on the island, they can just go to the closest one right here, and then we do have a dorm here in case that they need a dorm, and they can go ahead and do whatever they need to do here, as far as a few classes. It's really nice to do that, especially when in San Antonio we have Alamo Colleges is a big school, community college district, and there's like 5 locations, the colleges locations, and then there's the training centers, which is small little, not small, but it's a one building facility, and they are popped up in different communities. I believe there's like about 5 of them. 3 of them in San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken, and then there's one in off the city limits. It's somewhere else. It's pretty awesome, and so that's what I was going for here. Even though it's not that far, but those who have to take transportation, those that don't have a car, they can easily go to this small community facility here and just study, take some classes, and they'll be done for the day. And then I went ahead and added a bike lane for those who are traveling by bike, and it's pretty far. It's a nice road. It goes really far. It ends here, but it still continues on the other side of the road, and you can see people are doing that. And so they do go across, and then they just continue that route, and it just goes everywhere. In fact, the bike lane ends right here, and then it just goes north or south. All right. So, this is pretty nice. Just really nice. Just realized that one. Cool. All right. Anything about this community here? Other than the train, I went ahead and fixed it up. Made it more nicer, a little more smoother across the river. Smoothed out this area, and this will be, I don't know, industry, residential, I don't know, but I'll think of something, because we do have a lot of land. We have lots of land to cover. Unfortunately, it does end right there, but I'm going to be purchasing this area soon enough. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this area. I forgot what area I'm going to buy, but I think it was that one. Anyway, other than that, I just went ahead and smoothed out the bridge. I remember the first time when I had added this, it's a long story, but in order for the river not to flood downstream, I'm gonna have to do some adjustments here. And yeah, it just looks, I mean, look at that. It looks funny to watch. I don't think I can adjust it. No, I cannot. Okay, so that bridge is doomed, but I can do some adjustments here. Oh yeah, so it was that area that I wanted to do, because I already have a bridge ready to go across. 2 bridges actually. I have 2 bridges ready to go across and continue the area So that'll be something. Anyway, let's see. So, other than that, I went ahead and fixed up some of the railroads here just to make it more realistic. That it's not um, that these trains won't flip over when they're turning because they turn fast. They have some kind of break in the line and then go down and then finally join in with the other track. Right here is a small bike highway. Soon enough, I'll be, I don't know, residential, I guess. I'm always for residential because, people use the bikes more when there's more residential. Or offices or businesses. That's another thing. So, anyway, other than that, I went ahead and built this bike highway here, going across the road here, continuing down, going all the way down, going under the highway, and ending it right here. Maybe I'll continue later, but that's what I have right now. And then I went ahead and built another bridge going over. It was really tough to make a decision, but I went ahead and just made it like this, even though there's our overlap right there. But I mean, who's paying attention to details? Only I am. And this is my game, so I guess I could do that. I can get away with it. Yeah, and just went ahead and just ended that bike lane right here, where it joins in with a bike lane on the road. Or if you're on a bike, you can continue on the trail here, and vice versa, whatever. So it's really nice. All of this is connected by lanes, by trails, and I'm trying to have people depend more on biking or walking more than traveling by car. And I think the future, this community will only be electric cars. Only for this community, of course. But I'm just making some ideas. If you do have any ideas to share, I would love to hear them. I probably do better when I have audience comment on opinions or bring ideas. Let's see. This railroad, I went ahead and fixed it up. Now this one, I went ahead and fixed up too because soon enough I'll be adding some new industrial zones here, and some offices will. Sorry, my voice is going away. So that'll be something in the future. Right now, I'm not really having any goals right now, other than just completing this area. Right now, I do have 2,000 in income. That's not good. I had to keep it up, but I do have 9 billion. I mean 9 million. I wish 9 billion. I have 9 million, so that's something. All right, now for this park. So this park goes for miles. I don't know how many miles. Don't ask me, but it goes for miles. And this is generated by the game. Beach Meadows Greenway Trail Park. Of course, I added the Greenway Trail Park, but Beach Meadows was generated by the game, and I went ahead and highlighted. There you go. I went and highlighted a lot of it because it's going down the creek or the river, and ending into the major river. And so, similar to Los Campos Civic Park, which is another trail, but it doesn't follow, the creek. It doesn't go in the creek. In reality, you can choose to, but other than that, in a game, nobody goes in the country and explores or anything. But in Beach Meadows, you can follow the creek or the river, and followed through all the way to the end of the trail. Um, I may have exaggerated so much about this cliff right here, um, but I can get away with it. I got away with it, so it's pretty good. And then, so what I did was, I think in the beginning or one of my videos, I think it was the 10th one. Um, I was planning to put a river through here, and I was playing around with it on the video, but it was poopy water, and I don't like that. It's the sewer water, and it might make people sick, and they do in this game. If you build a river from the sewer near a residential, they will get sick, and that's more cost for the hospital and stuff. But I forgot that I had these floating filters. I'm not sure that's what they called. I think they're called. I don't know. Let's go and take a look. And I think it was in the. It was in the. I forgot what pack it was. I think it was the. You know what? I don't even remember. It was one of the packs. But this is the floating garbage collector. Okay. But it works for sewers. It works for sewer water, and it cleans out that dirty water and makes it livable nearby. And so if we look at pollution, only the pollution that stays is in this area, being collected by the filters. But the rest of the water just goes down all clean, good for the environment, quote unquote. And then for the rest of the river, it goes this way, kind of makes it look nice when you're going down the park and you see a small little pond here, small little river, and then you see the lake, and then this is where the river begins. The running water looks nice. I bet it sounds nice as well. Some of the trees are drowning. But yeah, it looks nice. And I have messed a lot with it, turning it off, turning it on, so and so, just to adjust the area. And the one thing I did adjust a lot was this area. So all that water was going down, and it kept going. It just kept going, and it was not filling this area up like I wanted to. So I had to dig it out, make it deeper, and give a little bit of slack in this area. And what I mean by slack is that I raised up the land in this area, so all the water can still fill in here and not overflow so much, if that makes sense. And then once all that water finally meets that that maximum of water in that area and overflows, then the rest will follow. And it looks nice right now. But also the main thing I wanted to do was to slow down the water. It was rapidly going, and it was flooding the major river down there, and it was flooding the the island area. But I wanted the water to slow down here, just to give that nice, like, imagine you're just sitting in the bench and you're just looking over the river. Nice. And then I actually made it more rapid in this area. A waterfall here, and it's getting dark. There you go. Made a waterfall here. Looks pretty cool. And the runoff is just right here. The bad thing about it was that it flooded. Not really bad, but it does flood here here and there. Um, but it's not really major, and it's really good though. Like right here, here's a good example. But it's not a major flooding where it floods a lot, so we're good. We can get away with it. All right, so in this area, after putting that sewer in, or actually during the time when I was putting the sewer line, this community was popping up. Um, I extended something. I can't remember what it was. Um, It'll probably come into mind later. But I went ahead. Oh yeah, it was this one. I went ahead and made this from a 4 lane to a 6 lane, and it's traveling all the way to the second highway exit ramp in this area, which will soon be, who knows, whatever I make here. And then I made another entrance from the main road to the residential area. This is called Glade Boulevard. I'll probably change that later. But um, but yeah, I went ahead and just made that. It's in a nice slope, and what I hate about slopes is that it makes the buildings look like this, and I don't like that. But I'll work with it. I'll try to work with it, and I'll try to just play with it around. City skylines, you can really do a lot of well, playing around with it, but you have to be careful because sometimes it does some funny stuff, especially with water. Water's always been tough with city skylines. Um, and then I went ahead and continued that Miller. I think it was gray. Yeah, it was Gray Street. Gray Street went ahead and continued over here and ended here. I don't know why it's Miller, but I'll go ahead and change that later. Um, I added some office buildings here, just a little bit, maybe a little bit of commercial, just so those who are working here they can get some lunch or something. Um, but yeah, Mulberry and Hillside Heights is now born, or was born, and it's a thriving community. This area, this will be a little tough because I don't know what to put here. There's a lot of angles, a lot of curves, and it's really difficult for me, of course, on PlayStation 4, to do that on the console. Of course, you can play with it on PC and you can make it work by using the moving tool. I think that's what's called, the Move It tool. But on PlayStation 4, you can't use that, so you have to just play it by eye, pretty much. Let's see. What also changed? Nothing much changed in this area, other than the fact that a lot of people are using the train, and inner city inner city trains are coming in, so that's pretty good. We're getting more tourists. Um, let's see. Now in this area, I went ahead and changed up. Yeah, I went ahead and changed. Yes, I did. Here it is. I was trying to remember what it was. So imagine you're this car right here, this blue car. Looks like a clown car. And you're wanting to, let's stop right here. You're wanting to take the eastbound highway, but you can't. Because before then, you had to go off here, and you had to go on this bridge and go all the way down until you hit the highway here. Well, not anymore. Because now, I went ahead and added a ramp going that way. So, easily, that is not even funny. So there you go. And they're gonna take the highway. And that gives them, that really gives like some kind of relaxation in this area. So this intersection will be so much stressed out with so much traffic coming in, because before then it was a long line of cars probably ending right here, but now it's smoother. It's really nice, except here because everybody's wanting to get off the highway and going down this way. Um, Probably do something about that later on. Yeah, that's a long line. I'll do something about it later. They can relax right now. But let's see, anything else? I'm not sure if I told you about the monorail, but this is what it looks like. It looks like a roller coaster, but I mean, that's the best I can do. um, let's see. Well, here, okay, well, here it is, the university right here. Um, I went ahead and added the football stadium. I think this is a football stadium. Whatever stadium it is, I put it there. I added some office buildings here. I removed some pathways to make way for, um, I would say, to my knowledge, it's not fraternity. Uh, like the college houses, I think they're called fraternities, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am, but it's those kind of houses for college students, and that's what it looks like, and that's what it is because this is an area where it's set in style for University City. So I'm pretty sure like they're kind of like those dorms, the Fita de Capa and stuff like that for universities. And so I went ahead and added some of those here and right here, so it can be some kind of thriving neighborhood. Maybe they can have some parties in this street and everything. Make it all trash. Um, but yeah, I went ahead and did that. The reason for the offices, it looked very empty here. It was just plain grass, just like this. It looked boring. Um, I can't add so much trees here because now the PlayStation 4 is saying that I'm adding too much, which is annoying. So I had to take out some trees from the other park that I had, Los Campos Civic Park, and add some here. Um, but yeah, I wanted to make it more like a thriving community, not a boring college community. And so that's why I had added some office buildings. I think this is an apartment here. No, it looks like an office to me. Oh, it is a residential. Looks really nice. I guess this is what it looks like as a university uh, a university apartment. Looks pretty nice. I think this is it's a club. Right here is an office. Right here is um, a local produce, probably vegetarian shop. These are offices right here. Here's a couple of shops here, except for that one. But this one right here, Fast and Nutritious 5. Pretty much I think a shopping market. Right here too is a shopping market, but it says mall of moderation, but whatever. um, that's where they shop. This is another office right here. See, I went ahead and added these things because this area was becoming a little boring. There was not much thriving things here. It was nothing exciting. Um, and other than that, it was pretty quiet streets here. And I don't want quiet streets in this area because it's a busy area. It's a busy street, and I wanted to make it a busy street. So for cars not to go through, I can say that it's not a very good thriving um, corridor, especially when people are coming off the highway and going across the river to get to here. So I'll be adding more things here where I'll get people's attention, and people will be coming through here. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt later, because when I do that, then there'll be a lot of traffic here, and then there'll be a lot of complaints. But that's what I want. I want complaints in this area. I want to be challenged. Let's see. This got quiet. This road right here got even more quieter. And I think it's because everybody's using the bus line, the transportation. This one, it gets quiet here, but it gets busy in this area, which is not really much, not really busy here. Now in this area, it does get busy, but a while back I went ahead and added this road here. But this piece of road right here was like this, and it discourages people to go faster on the road. But I noticed that a lot of people were not using it, and I think because of that limitation. So I went ahead and added, fast highway, 2-lane highway, to go through, and maybe it might encourage drivers to go through that road instead of going on the street level over here, which caused a lot of traffic in this area. But now it's not, and it was a success. So it looks nice. Let's see what else. Like I said, not much have changed here. The only thing I've been messing with was the university, and then the trails in this area, the community in this area, and just some outlined streets in this area, and that's it. I didn't pretty much do anything else. I do want to mention this real quick, that this is main road right here, or main street. And I would say that officially the original town was in this area. So the original town was in this area, and everything just spread out from there. So I'm making it official right now that back in, I'll just make up a year. Back in 1700. No, that's too far. That's too far. I'll just say 1800. Back in 1800, this community was its first residential, and they had the first park right here. The people are coming in, thriving in the community, making the city bigger, building houses, building communities, building relationships, and the city got a little bigger. They did have a main road, and the main road was Main Street, because pretty much every city has a main street. And so this was the main street. This was pretty much the main highway to the city. And so let's imagine for a while that this highway was a small road, just like this. A small country road, just imagine it. And so that highway used to connect to this old country road, Main Street. And so Main Street goes around. Just imagine driving down in an old, convertible, and you're going into town because you're a farmer in the countryside, and so you're wanting to go in town to buy some, produce, seeds, and so you're just going down, Now imagine this for a second, that this was not a big road right here. It was probably just a small dirt road just to lead to another farm or something like that, or ranch. And so you're just continuing down the road, and again, it's like the highway. It's like like a 60s, like right now I'm just imagining a 60s highway, like how those highways used to be, um, back in those days before the interstates and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking right now. But yeah, 1800 highway, whatever. So yeah, that road is just continuing through here. Now because this has changed, because a lot of traffic has came through and they need to adjust the road here, and so that's why it's curved like that into this area, and then goes off right here. But Main Street used to continue straight, and it continues straight. Now right here, I would say that there was a small community here. I would say that there was a couple of houses, but not so much. But Main Street does continue through, and I would say at this point there was more houses in this area, and there are more houses in this area. And then Main Street continues through, and then right here, this is where the city starts officially, I guess. And you see kids playing on the road, and bikes. um, I don't know, people just on the street just playing around and walking around. um, and so it just continues through. This is still Main Street. um, this is probably, I don't know, like an old high school back then, um, and an old elementary. It's like a before and after uh, photo. Like before, in the 1800s, the city used to look like this, but now it looks like a modern city in today's time. So this is still Main Street, and the community gets more tighter. It's more traffic in this area because it's still Main Street. And at this point, this is like, I guess, the first major road back in those days. The first major road that goes across cities, I mean across neighborhoods, because again, like I said, this bridge will follow through, and it'll connect to the highway in the other side of that hill. And then there's another community that way, and it's connected to this city. So I would say, like, officially, this was the main. This was like the first major road in this area. Um, and I'm imagining it right now. I'm just like thinking about it right now. Like I imagine that this area. I I believe there was just houses here. There was not tall buildings, but this rock right here and the trees was not there. It was just dirt. Everything was dirt, just dirt around. Wagons, because back then there was no cars, but yeah, just wagons, horses, probably a saloon in the area. Um, but this whole area was the street. There was no division. There was no middle, median, like just like this. It was probably like a plaza right here, and just people just go in and go into and everything. Um, so after that major road, we went ahead and go through. I would say historic library. I would say a historic theater. And main road, just go straight. I believe this is another major road here, because this road does go through here, and on the south side, well, it's right there. But I would say this is the second major road here, and then we just go on through, and I want to say in this area. Now this part, I would say that back then there was no there was no tunnel. There was not even a uh, there was no dig out or anything. It was just the main road. It was just it was just a road just like this. And this road was connected to this. So it was just a hill going over. It was a it was a it was a hill. It connected to this road, and it went back downhill and met up with this small town right here, which is pretty much downtown. And so Main Street, uh, connected with, I keep forgetting the street names. High Avenue. Main Street connected with High Avenue, and High Avenue connected with downtown. Main Street just continued through, connecting to other communities, and I believe it just ended right there. There was no island. I mean, of course, there was an island, but there was no communities in the island. I'm pretty sure it was just a inhabited island, um, with trees, animals, probably a small farm in there. I don't know, but that's where the community ended. But I would say this is a historic community here because this was the official downtown area where neighborhoods thrived and connected to for shops, for living, for work. Um, this like an old park. No, I don't want to say an old park. It was probably just buildings just like this. Buildings here, but they got abandoned because not a lot of businesses wanted to continue their business in downtown, and so I would say officially there was a lot of buildings here, but the city went ahead and knocked it down, and just made it into a very nice park, which is called Doritos and Meadows. Cool. and and so downtown was, yeah, it was big. I guess it was just this size, but since there was a lot of abandoned buildings and there was a lot of renovation, they had to knock it down, build some parks, and this is what it looks like right now. So yeah, I would say that this was downtown here, and Main Street was the main road to enter into downtown and to the city. Um, hmm, I would say this road was, I don't know. High Avenue was probably not a busy street as it is right now. It was probably just a small road just like this, and there was probably houses here, businesses here. But with the renovation for the highway and all that stuff that comes in during redesign, those buildings were gone, and those businesses were gone. Residentials was gone because of this renovation, and so High Avenue went ahead and became a I would say like an underpass, um, and Main Street became an overpass to go over High Avenue and connect it to the other communities here. But downtown stays, and downtown remains as downtown. So Summit Park would not be called Summit Park. It'll be called downtown, pretty much. Ruidoso Hills will still be remain Ruidoso. Um, so yeah, and then how High Avenue was the other um, main road connecting to other locations. So I would say that High Avenue was the second major highway, the second main street, but High Avenue was, hmm, You know what? Yeah, I think High Avenue stayed as it is looks right now. You know, curved around, becomes a bridge here, and then goes over the river. So I would say that this is an historic bridge as well. And of course, this park right here, I don't know. I'm thinking that there was a lot of houses here. I'm thinking on the right side there was a lot of houses. There was a lot of businesses, schools. Maybe something had happened in this area where nobody wanted to live in this area, or there was a lot of flooding. This was bound to flood in the area, and I'm guessing that's why they had moved out and just made it into a park. And I would say it's a big park. I'm pretty sure it's one of the biggest ones here. Other than the trail, a trail is just just a trail. It's a long park, but I would say this is the biggest park here, and I would say officially it is the biggest park. Um, Starfish Peak is also a big park, but I would say it's a national park, other than a civic park. But yeah, Los Campos Civic Park is the biggest park in Los Campos. Um, let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Just think about the historic cities. That's what I like most about my city of San Antonio. I like to see the old roads that used to be what it maybe like a commercial road, or maybe it was a main road to the city. And a good example is Somerset Road. Somerset Road, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be the main road to San Antonio from Somerset, Texas. And so 1604, came in later on, but the main road to Somerset was probably that highway, and or pretty much a country road. Palo Alto was one of them. Palo Alto Road was it was a back then highway, and I think it led to um, can't remember. I think it led to Jordanton. I'm probably wrong, but for those who are seeing this and those who are San Antonians, you can correct me. I give you permission. But yeah, that's another. Here's another example. Austin Highway. There you go. Austin Highway is a historic highway, and it still has a name in it. It's pretty awesome. Um, but Austin Highway used to be the old highway leading to San Antonio, of course, from Austin, and that was the main road leading into it. And then 410 and 35 came in, but but before 35, it was always been that highway. Um, I don't know what number. That's a good question to ask actually, because usually highways are named after a numeric system, like Highway 90 or Highway 281, stuff like that. U.S. Highway 281, and so Austin Highway is probably, I don't know, forgot what it was. Well, I didn't forget. I just don't know. But that's a good example. And so if we just look at Main Street right now, which is right here from the runabout to the curve right here, that was the old highway, and it kind of shows. It kind of shows. And so right here in this area, it's actually called Old Main Street, because right now, Main Street is being used, but Old Main Street will be just a small road leading into other houses, but then it ends right here. um, During the renovation and with the new highways, the exit was here, And so if you want to lead into Prospect Hills, you need to take this road, go straight, and go up the bridge and get off right here, and then do the turnaround. Or easily just before you get to the bridge, you can get off. You come over here to Main Street, and you continue Main Street, and you're into Prospect Hills. There's a lot of ways to get to Prospect Hill, either going over the bridge or going under the bridge, leading into other streets, intersections. And so yeah, historic references is always a good thing for me, especially when I'm building my cities. Historic references is always something that connects me to my city, and that's why I'm so connected with this city by heart, because I'm wanting to make it into an old town where it thrived back in those days, and just it just got built by the economy, and by highways, infrastructures. I don't know why my voice is going away. But other than that, um, I would say that will be the end of the video right here. I know I did a lot of talking, and I know you don't like my talking. But I just wanted to recap on what I was doing, and I'm still in YouTube and everything. For those who are on PlayStation, thank you for watching the video. As of right now, my schedule for these live streams will be the third Wednesday every month. I'll go ahead and keep that schedule. Maybe sometimes I won't be doing a live stream. I'll be just adding the YouTube videos on YouTube, the videos on YouTube, and usually it'll just be a small video about the city, or maybe I was doing something special and I wanted to make a video of it, something like that. And so I'll be doing that. Hopefully soon enough I'll be walking around in the streets, not here in the game, in real life, and I'll be uploading that into YouTube. I just wanted to show some people on and usually it's more like educated. It's like an education video right here. So like and for this, like, just a quick example, if we get to this intersection where there's lights, you are encouraged to not jaywalk, but you're encouraged to click on the button, wait until it says walk sign, until it says a walk sign, and then just go ahead and cross carefully. Watch out for cars, because the cars do not wait for you when you're crossing. They just go ahead and go before you, and they wanted to beat that light. And so I just like how they just went in the middle just like that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, safely cross a crosswalk in a street intersection when there is light involved, or when there is just stop signs involved. Always look out for yourself. Always be safe crossing the roads. Look both ways, of course. But this is education right here, and that's what I really want to do on real life city thing. Talking about how we need sidewalks in the area, or how we need a bike lane, or we need some kind of park, maybe not an industry anymore, maybe we need some kind of commercial zone where people they like a small business, like a local business, or some kind of eatery, And so that's what I want to talk about more on YouTube. That's what the main goal was for my YouTube channel. But haven't done it in a while, or haven't even started actually, because I'm still developing more ideas on how to do it. But maybe soon enough I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe not this month or this week, but maybe in a further months that come. I'm not wanting to be a big YouTuber, but I just want to, point things out, especially for the community. The reason, really much the reason for the videos is because of awareness, awareness for the community, for my community, of course. Um, and you're encouraged to do that as well. If you want to change something in your community, it's a good thing to video it and then share with the community, with the residential and the officials, the official officers, and then you'll get an idea. They'll get an idea on how you're feeling, and what you want changed, and then you get opinions and some kind of comments from the residents, and then they'll give you those feedbacks, and then they'll give those feedbacks to the councils, and then there'll be some change because you have started that change either from a video or from a letter, or you just brought those officials to the area and show them, hey, yeah, we do need bike lanes, or we do need infrastructure here, we do need drainage improvements here, because look at this, there's a puddle here that's been there for, I don't know, 5 weeks. Or there's a need of bike lanes, there's a need of local eateries, and so that all starts with you. And so that's what I'm trying to do on YouTube. I'm trying to make awareness of a community I used to live in, and I live by heart. I don't live in the area, but I still live by heart, and I wanted to change the area as much as I can. So that's happening on YouTube, but I'll still be doing YouTube videos. I'll still be doing live streams and YouTube videos about the city, because I love City Skylines, and I can't wait for whoever knows City Skylines too. Um, but yeah, that's the plan right there. Looks really nice right here. Looks really nice. All right, well, that's pretty much the end of the video right there. I want to thank you for putting up with my voice today. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day. It's still the morning. For those who are in the West Coast, good morning. It's 9 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 8 a.m. That's Mountain Time. All right, well, have a great day, and hopefully we'll be speaking with you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.